Welcome back to the Slots with Shawn podcast. I'm your host, Shawn, and today we have two guests from Southern California. First, we have Queen Chiquita Bonita, aka Diana, and we also have Slot Daddy SD, aka Grant. Diana, why don't you go ahead and give yourself a quick introduction?
Hello, I'm Diana Cardoso. I'm from San Diego, California, born and raised. Love to gamble as a side hobby, I guess. That's what you call it. That's it.
Love that. Love that. Grant, you're up.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. Slot Daddy SD or Grant. Also live in San Diego. It's my second time on Shawn's podcast. Pretty excited to be here.
And that leads perfectly into that first question that I have for you. Given that this is your second time back, any advice for Diana?
Just be calm. Think about your answers. There's lots of editing at the end.
Okay. Sounds good.
Lots of editing, I promise.
Yes, because I was a little shy to come on here by myself, so I had to bring in my wingman, SD.
Before the recording, I asked on Instagram if anybody had any questions for y'all, so we're going to start there today.
Okay.
And I got multiple questions about how y'all met, and I think it probably comes from your live the other night.
How we met. So I started watching SD actually on Instagram and on YouTube. And I was like, man, that guy is just the king of slots. Like, I enjoyed watching him, because he was just like a local guy. Not like these other big guys on, who I have a feeling that they work for the casino. But anyways, he's just local, humbled, and I said, oh man, one day I'm going to bump into him. And sure enough, I was getting my first hand pay and he was walking by at Verona, and I looked at him and I was like, oh my God, that's SD, And I remember I introduced myself and he's like, oh, good hit, good hand pay. And he went out beyond. And then I started looking for him and I messaged him. I think I messaged you on IG, right? Something like that. And we met up and we started playing together. And the rest was history.
Do you agree with that timeline?
Oh yeah, that was so I to be honest, I don't remember the first time meeting her when I walked by and she said that I said nice hand pay or nice hit or whatever. But I remember when she reached out and she was like, she wasn't the friendly Diana that I know today. She was like almost like standoffish, but also was like, I'm down to like meet up and gamble together. And I see you're at Barona all the time, and I'm like, absolutely, I love Barona. And so we met up and we actually got hammered a little bit. Like we just not drunk, but like we got beat up by the slots. Like we kind of got our ass kicked. And then at the very end, like, and I'm like adamant, we're playing with a player's card. Like, I'm very serious about that because I need the write-offs, etc., for taxes. And I remember like specifically the moment that I was like, okay, this girl's like pretty dope was we were playing a Lightning Link Heartthrob at Verona and it was the lucky chance spin and she pulled out my card and she's like we're not going to use your card. She hit the lucky chance spin and we hit like a $600 bonus. And she's like, see, it's the card. I'm like, such fucking bullshit. Get out of here. But it was a pretty like memorable introduction. This is the first time we ever met. And like, she's wearing this it was cold out. It was last winter. It was big baggy jacket, like super comfy clothes. Didn't give a shit. It was awesome. I loved it.
Oh, you're so sweet.
I love that.
Yeah.
I will say I also always play with my player's card, and people question me all the time. They're like, they're tracking you, like you're not hitting because they know that you're gonna spend more money, like they know your limit, blah blah blah. I think it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. Yeah. I learned that from him. Being a business owner, I need the write-off. So I always play with my card from now on.
Yeah. I mean, it's smart. It tracks it for you, right? And also you're accruing those points and you get those free stays or your free whatevers, right? So it all works out.
Mm-hmm.
The second most popular question was about the panda. What's about the panda?
All right. The panda. The panda is a Pomeranian named Yuki. And Yuki is owned by a former Playboy playmate, Chloe Ture. She's from Canada originally. And she's had a couple of these palms. She gets them from, I mean, she still has them, but this one's kind of the most famous one. And she gets them from Fufu Puppies. It's like a Korean company that she promotes for, and they basically send her these tiny. They're miniature Poms, right? So he weighs like 5 pounds. I have a Pomeranian that's 12 pounds. He's a normal size Pom. Um, but one day for Halloween, she dyed him panda colored, like just dyed his whole body, and like apparently it's a very safe natural dye. But once she did that, this little cute white Pomeranian turned into a little baby panda, kind of blew up. And so he's now gained like notoriety in like a lot of like the pet communities, whatever, like pet social communities, etc. It's 247,000 followers. Um, and my wife's really good friends with her. They're really close. They've known each other for a long, long time. And so she's in Dubai right now. She's actually pregnant, super pregnant. She'll be coming home soon, maybe even today or tomorrow. But for a couple weeks, we were babysitting the panda dog. And I just thought to myself, like, how funny would it be to go and play panda themed slot machines and get tons of videos, which I did. And I played, every panda game at Harrah's SoCal that you could think of. It got a ton of content. And it's actually the beginning of like a new series that I'm going to be doing called like Whatever It Takes, whatever it takes to get the bonus. And it's going to be me, like, spoiler alert, like basically emulating slot machines, like doing things or having items or clothing things that emulate what like the bonus symbols are, or what the theme of the slot machine is. Um, so yeah, I mean, long-winded answer, but yeah, the panda dog, he's like my nephew, him and my dog are best buddies, and it just that video took off. I mean, really excited about the performance, and obviously when you collaborate with somebody his page, which has 247,000 followers, tends to get a little bit more traction.
Yeah. Looking at the stat, is it your highest performing video now, or is it close?
No, my video dancing in the row while playing Dancing Drugs is still
Yeah.
like 300,000 views over. I have another one that actually performed better as well. It's got 1.7. That's just a lady like smacking a slot machine like every which way, like the bottom, the base of it, the top of it, like, and like she's just like in like sandals at the casino. Is just a weird. Diana was actually sitting with me, and she's like, and she called it out. She's like, "Look at that," and I was like, "Oh shit, that's hilarious!" And started filming. But no, it's my third highest performing. But hey, it's fresh, right? I just
Yeah.
posted it a week ago, so who knows?
There's still growth here happening.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I love that you have a Pomeranian. I have a Chihuahua Pomeranian mix named Abu, like from
Awesome.
Aladdin, and he's 6.5, 7 pounds on a bad day, and but has a lot of the Pomeranian characteristics. So
Mine's
great minds think alike.
Theodore, because he reminds me, when we got him, he reminded us so much of Theodore from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Look at this thing. Let's see if I can get it. There you
Yeah,
go.
there it is.
That's
He's
crazy,
so
right?
cute.
Does he have a blowout? What is that?
That's how we got him, man. I was like, I could not believe how they like made this dog look as a puppy, like
Hmm.
where he's from a breeder in Santa Barbara, California, and um we got him like that, and I was like, this dog is like perfectly groomed. It was the craziest looking. His hair was all like, it was wild. I don't know. I mean, he looks like a normal
Like a
dog
little
now.
lion.
Yeah, yeah, he's a legend. I love him.
It's good to know that pets also live in, impossible beauty standards too. So
Yeah, the click that my wife rolls with, absolutely.
switching gears a little bit, Diana, I might know the answer based off of your username, but what is the current favorite slot machine?
My current, oh,
Yeah.
I have to say the Ultimate Fire Link. That's like my
Yeah.
favorite. It's my
You can
favorite.
sit there for ages.
It,
It's such a fun game.
it used to be dragons. Like I was the king of, or the queen, I should say, of the major. But those have UFLs. I prefer them. Yeah,
Dragon Link or Dragon Cash?
both, both.
Both,
Used
yeah.
to play both. Yeah.
Yep. I am and I think Grant knows this from our last conversation, but Firelink enthusiast. But I'm the OG Firelink. I don't like the cash falls. I don't like the four games. I don't like Give me the original.
You know, even though when they first put the cash falls at Verona, I was killing it. Like I even got the mega when the first
What?
week they put them on there. Yeah, but after that, I was like, no, I can't. God knows we lost so much money one time
Dude,
trying to get the $500 major. It was
Yeah.
that
hilarious.
game eats cash. It
Yeah,
should
it
be
does.
called
hmm
Cash Eats,
hmm
not Cash Falls.
hmm
Yeah.
I I didn't like the original Cash Fall, so I don't know why I thought I was gonna like the new version with Firelink, but it
hmm
yeah, it just eats your cash, and
hmm
like it is the most volatile game on the casino floor, I think. It
Yeah.
is one of the most volatile. Grant, you last time we chatted, you were all about Huff and More Puff. Is that still the same, or have you moved on?
Um, Diana can attest to it. Any chance I get, because so what we do is like we walk through the casino. We know what we want to play a lot of the time, but like it's also
hmm
like we pick machines that we eye. Like we love playing new games that we've never tried before. We have a crazy win rate on like brand new games, not brand new to the casino, but like brand new trying. Like I don't know if it's beginner's luck, but like it's like
Hmm.
every time I'm like, hey, we've never tried that. We'll get a fucking
hmm
hand pay $5 bet or $8. It's stupid. It makes no
Yeah.
sense. And then we'll play it again 10 times over and we'll never hit again. It's just that first shot on the new game. But look, again, long-winded answer, but yeah, Huff is still that's my bread and butter. I'm absolutely obsessed with that game. I love the volatility. It's exciting as hell. I will say this, like Diana said about dragons. I mean, I also loved dragons, but Huff and dragons, it seems like whatever they're doing with those over-the-air updates, man, those things have gotten
Hmm.
tougher and tougher and tougher. It really
hmm
has been tough.
They certainly have. Did you know there's a new one coming out?
Oh yeah, Huff and even more Puff, and I can't wait.
Uh-huh. Even more volatility. Here we go.
Perfect. Give it to me. I want all of it. Diana
I
knows
mean,
we're gonna get locked in on that machine. The minute we see it at any casino,
oh,
she's getting the call. Let's go. We got
hmm
$10,000 each. We're playing
Yeah.
Huff and even more Puff.
hmm
Mm.
They're launching them in Vegas in about 2 weeks. I just had a conversation with the big jackpot Raja, and
We're
he is
flying.
going to be the first person to play the
Oh.
game.
I'm so
So
jealous.
catches live, yeah. He just hit his 10,000th jackpot, like jackpot hand pay,
Wow.
in his career, and I feel like I probably have had like 10 ever now. Like, no, maybe 100. But like I feel like I never hit I get like up there, like I'll get my credits up there to a couple $1,000s, but I don't actually hit hand pays often.
Mm.
So,
Well, when you're betting, I mean, his minimum bet is like $25 to spin, right? So like
yeah,
if
75.
Dan and I hit a bonus on a $25 bet and we don't get a hand pay, we're pissed. Like we are mad,
Mhm.
right? Now
Very.
Mhm.
last night we hit two hand pays on $5 bets, one on an $8 bet, and then the lowest hand pay of the night was actually on a $25 bet, but it was a hand.
Mm.
So for sure, people like the big jackpot are going to hit a lot more
Mhm.
hand pays and jackpots. And I think it all boils down to like what you're putting in versus what you're getting out. And we all know slot players, we're all going to take a loss by the end of the year. But hey, if you have those
Yeah.
hits throughout the year that keep you going, that's always fun, right? For
Mhm.
me, like last year, I hit 232 hand pays. I don't know if Diana counted yet, but I'm sure she was above me a little bit because
No.
she hits a lot. But um, no, 10,000 in a lifetime. I mean, he's been doing this a long time. Maybe I'll get there one day.
Yeah, it's been 9 years. So I watched his live last night in between your lives and your really bad service, Diana. And I was doing, I watched him hit his 10,000th and then his 10,000 in first, 10,000 in second, 10,000 in third. Like, all right, well, this isn't so special then for him, I guess.
So I have actually a funny story about Raja.
Yeah.
Um, well, first of all, Diana and I just met him for the first time at Hummel Casino in San Diego a couple months ago, actually.
hmm
Awesome.
Um, but a really close friend of mine realized that I kept this like super low key, like the slot daddy thing. I didn't like post about it on my own personal social media
Mhm.
page. I didn't share it with any of my friends. I think my wife has like shared it a few times, like with people, but for the most part, a lot of my friends would never even know that I do this, which is fine with me, right? I like, I don't know, grind in silence or whatever until you make it, right? But a friend of mine caught wind of me doing this stuff, and he's like, "Hey, I know someone that does this professionally, and they're kind of a big deal. And I was like, oh, really? Who is it? And he's like, the big jackpot, Scott Richter. And I was like, oh,
Hmm.
like, what's your connection to him? He's like, I worked for him for like 10 years, and we would go to Vegas together all the time. And before he was like recording slots and stuff, he was doing like crazy shit back then. I guess he was on like the Daily Show, and he sent me this video link, and he's like they had this like whole segment on his business, which was like email, like what are they called, spam emails. Like his whole business is based around spam emails. So my buddy worked for him when he was at that company, and he was telling me all these stories about Raja, and it's pretty funny. And so like I took a picture with my buddy, and before I even met Raja, I sent him the picture, and he was like, "Oh my God, you're with Lou? What the hell? Small world!" And like invited me to his birthday party,
Oh,
which
that's
I didn't go
cool.
to, but
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I have no fun stories like that with Raja other than he was on my podcast. So
that's pretty cool.
so keeping in the same vein of slot machines and the things that we currently like on the casino floor, if you could design your own slot machine, like what would that look like to you? Like what kind of features would it have? What kind of bonus game? What kind of music?
Oh, wow.
And
That's a good
yeah,
question. Slot Daddy?
inspired by the Brian Christopher slot machine, what would you have?
Anything but that.
Yeah,
You ever played that
agreed.
thing? Fucking sucks.
Pop in more what? What are we doing? Like,
Not pays.
Geez, that's
So yeah, Diana, if you don't have an answer, funnily enough, there's this game that's an online casino game called Crazy Crocs, and
hmm,
I have won an absorbent amount of money on that game. And it's like the way that it works is it's kind of like Firelink where you break the glass, but in order to break the glass, you have to get the symbols to break the glass, right? And it's these up arrows. You can
hmm,
also get these money sign symbols, three of them, that increase all the values of all the balls. And then you can get a 2x symbol, three of them, that doubles the entire payout at the end of the bonus. Once you get three 2x's, then the next is 5x. You get three, five,
hmm,
and then your 5x the payout. And then there's hearts, which will increase your number of spins. So like you can get to 4, 5, 6 spins instead of three, like normal hold and spin games. And that game, like just first of all, it's like a super great game to play and grab an audience if you're trying to promote online slots. But also just playing it alone, it's always exciting. It's always fun. So I think some variation of that, some variation of a hold and spin.
hmm,
There's no free spins on that game, so I always like to have that, the combination of the two. I actually play on a new site now called Lucky Creek,
hmm,
and every game has like at least three different features, whether it's like picking something to like get the whatever. But I think some of these online gaming companies really have like things nailed down with like the playback and the way that these slots, interact with the player, as opposed to, some of the in-person casino games, which
hmm.
look, there's plenty of amazing games that I love to play. But if they collaborated, man, we'd have a super game. Like it would be awesome.
You'd have a panda Pomeranian as one of your symbols,
Sure, why
like
not?
the Unicow, the panda Pomeranian.
There you go.
How about you, Diana? Any thoughts?
probably another version of Ultimate Firelink. I don't know. Probably different
Be your
design.
own game.
Hmm. I will say the thing I do like, I know I just shit on Cash Falls a second ago, but what I do like is if you can get the re-trigger of the Firelink bonus in the game, that's
That's fun.
sick. That
That's
like
cool.
so I want a version of Firelink where you can just do that, where one of the balls is a re-trigger of the Firelink game.
Yeah.
So
Just like the Cash Falls, yes.
yes.
I've gone
Are
to
there
Uh,
other
with him
versions
actually.
of Firelink that you like, Sean?
um, no, I mean I like the Ultra Bank because I'm like a $5 to $10 player, so that's what I tend to gravitate towards. But no, not really. I like the originals. I like the By the Bay version the best. And
Hmm.
then what's the one with the gold carts that you collect?
Glacier Gold.
That's
Glacier Gold. I
yes.
like those two the best.
Yep.
But
I mean, there's So it's funny, the Firelink variations, right? So like Glacier Gold and Forest Wild are the same
Mm.
bonus, like free spin bonuses. Um, Country Lights and By the Bay are the same free spin bonuses. So it's interesting how that,
Hmm.
how they kind of emulated the exact same games, but
Yeah.
were able to create two versions of it just by changing the symbols up, which is
Mm-hmm.
that's cool. Like that's smart on their part.
Hmm.
I definitely think like a re-trigger in the bonus to like get another bonus would be pretty dope. And
Hmm.
there's but there's like the monkey fire links and stuff like that. There's a lot of fun ones.
Mm-hmm.
I I don't like games that tease me that much. Like those damn monkeys.
So every slot ever.
Yeah, no, no, like the monkeys, they're throwing the fireballs. Like it should, like that feels like a haywire feature should be happening, right? Like they're throwing the balls, you're gonna get the bonus. Versus like, oh, you just got 2 balls, fuck you. Like shit.
Well, you
I
want to
think
Hate
talk
the
it.
about
old casino I've
teases.
seen them at now, because they had one at Verona, but they took it out, is at Valley View. They still have like 5 of them, and they're
The
Oh,
Ascension.
yeah, the monkey one.
Mhm.
Yeah,
you want to talk about ultimate teases, Diana? Tell me what happened to us last night on Dollar
oh
Denom.
my gosh. So we were playing my favorite machine, M04. I know the number.
You know the social. I love it.
We
He
switched
knows
it
the
to
call sign.
we switched it to a dollar denom, and we pressed it, and we got 3 fireballs, and one of them was the major. I was like, oh my gosh,
I
$6,000
saw that on the
major.
story. That was last night.
Yeah, but
Yes, I actually
they
posted
came
it
like
today.
Oh,
bing, 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 so it was
yeah.
like 10 major 10, and we're like, it's coming. I mean, it
And
has
then
to,
the other
right?
one just
In
went,
the middle
you know how
wheels.
yeah, either it goes down or it goes back up. That's what it did. Oh
Mm-hmm.
gosh.
I
$6,000 major.
uh
But it was fun getting that major yesterday on 5 cents. It was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
hmm that was the 880 bet on the ingot bonus there.
No, that was
No.
No.
on Firelink yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like I saw a video. Up here, I think it's called the Glorious Ingot or Fortune Feature or something like that.
Everlasting Fortunes that Verona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did
Um.
pretty good on that one.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
hmm.
No, on Firelink before that, we were live on Diana's page, and we started the live with $800. We bet 4 bets on the 250, like the penny bet, the
Hmm.
lowest denom, max bet 250, and you can hear her say, "Oh shit!" Like they're all hot because the 3 machines next to us all hit bonuses side by side, and I said, and we knew that 5 cent major was above 2,500. We knew it was high. So
Mhm.
I said, well, shit, if they're hot, let's go for it. And I changed it to
Hmm.
5 cent max bet. I hit it once. She hit it. Boom. We hit 5 balls. One of them was $500. And then we got the minor, the major. We got everything. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
The whole kitchen sink.
It was
And we
great.
had a crowd
I love
behind
when
us.
UFL does that.
I feel like crowds have been showing up everywhere lately, like
Mhm.
at casinos. I was just on a call with folks from Minnesota, 411 Slots, and I met them at Sloticon at Foxwoods Resort Casino a couple weeks ago. And I was playing like $1.60 bet on Whales of Cash, and like I had a whole crowd of people behind me for my win of $28. Like it was stupid, it was so stupid. But like it was exciting because I was filming, and they thought,
Maybe they knew who you were. They're
I
like,
doubt it. You're very kind though to say that to me.
That's
Um,
that's you know what? It's like I think the minute they see you filming, I don't think they care what the denomination
yeah.
is. They just because this is becoming like a thing now, right? Where
Mhm.
like
Hmm.
I think more often than not, you're sitting next to someone that watches someone that
Hmm.
plays slots, right? If they're in the casino, if they're playing slots, they probably watch someone that plays slots.
Mhm.
They
Hmm.
may not watch you, but at the end of the day, if they're walking by and they see you filming, they're like, who is that? Right. And they probably
Hmm.
just hang around to see if they know you, if you're going to hit something big, if you're going to do something crazy. So, I mean, there's logic behind it, right? Why they're doing it.
Yeah. And
And
I guess as soon as that first person stops, everyone's like, "Oh, why did they stop? Should I stop? Should I stop?" You know?
Yeah.
everybody knows SD. Like, mhm.
Yeah. I gotta say, SD, you have the Bass Pro Shop hat on today, and not your own hat on today. Have
I was
they caught up to
hard
you?
today.
Um, I have like a personal opinion about I think we talked about this like very briefly in my last pod with you, but I managed a reggae band for 13 years. That was like what I did before this actually. In fact, I stepped down as their manager and felt a void, and that's why I kind of started doing this because I was running their socials, their marketing, like everything.
Mm.
Um, and it was like, oh, I'm missing something in life. Maybe it's just scrolling through Instagram. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do this because I have a lot of videos of me playing slots. Um, and when I was working with bands, I found it like very off-putting if a band was wearing their own merchandise on stage. Although I know that's a great platform to market your own brand, I just found it to be kind of lame. And so
Mhm.
now I have my own merchandise and I refuse to wear it.
What did you say last night, though?
I
What?
do have mine, so
What did
Hey,
you?
no, I support that.
Your wristband, remember?
Oh,
We
yeah, I
wear it.
had one of my wristbands on and I was like, that it must have brought us luck.
yeah. No, I literally wear mine all the time, and mine don't have like white lettering. It's just embossed, so you can like barely see it. And
Nice.
literally, my best friend is like, "You're such a fucking narcissist. You wear your own stuff."
What?
See? That's that shit right there.
I'm like, if I'm not gonna promote me, who's gonna? You know. But if you guys have the opportunity to come out, they're already talking about the next Sloticon. I highly recommend. They took real good care of us as creators over there. So
Well, thanks for letting us know for the first one, man. Really appreciate it. It's not like I
I knew
didn't.
like maybe 100 hours before it, so it's fine. It's fine. I was a very late. My name was at the bottom of the list.
What like how does that work? Like how do the invites get sent out? Like is it specific or are they like, hey, anyone show up? Because I saw like
No.
pages from California were there,
Mhm.
or slot I don't know streamers from California were there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look,
Yeah,
not
we had they had folks from literally all over the US, and I think there was maybe one international channel that was there. So the vice president for gaming development reached out to I believe Mr. Hampay, Jackpot Beauty, and New Jersey Slot Guy, a couple of the hired creators that do film there regularly. And I think it was maybe Mr. Hampay and New Jersey Slot Guy's like baby this project to get it to happen. Originally, it was going to be like an award ceremony, um, like the Webbies, but like for slot creators. And it turned into what Sloticon ended up turning into. And so it was kind of like word of mouth, like who do you know who'd come, like who's local or who has a good following that would be great for Foxwoods, like that kind of thing. And it just, yeah, mostly word of mouth. It was the first one ever. And I think there was um, kind of a battle of ownership between the creators who came up with the idea and Foxwoods who was hosting. And so I think they had their own kind of parameters of who could come or who couldn't. And then I think I just got lucky, to be quite frank. So, um, but yeah, I mean, as soon as I know for the next one, I'll holler, you know? I'm like, bring the
Yes,
West Coast.
I'm your
there
assistant.
were some West Coast people there.
yeah. But yeah, I think that we ended up with 30 or 35 different channels. There was quite a few from the Midwest, quite a few from New York, New Jersey, Miami, Florida area, a couple from Texas, and then, yeah, maybe like three or four from California. But everyone is just, I think everyone's just so excited, but everyone was so nice. Like I didn't meet anyone that was catty or like full of themselves. Like,
Mhm.
and I think that's what I like about the industry that we're in. Cause even like talking to you guys and talking to other folks online, like no one cares or like no one thinks that they're better than anybody else. There might be a couple bigger names that might think that, um, but like everyone is like so down to earth and approachable. Like it feels just like camaraderie. We're all losing together. We're all winning together. We're all just kind of chatting and helping each other out. And I love that.
Yeah, even the big pages will respond to my DMs or my messages.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten responses from NG, Big Jackpot, Lady Luck HQ, all of them. I mean, for me, like, again, coming from the band world, like, most of our growth was due to collaborations with bigger
Mm-hmm.
artists. In reggae, it was Revolution and Slightly Stupid and Iration, and like, these guys became great friends of ours. And that was all through just outreach and networking. And so, I think if the slot community embraces that more, and I saw your post like with the big jackpot, like he has collabs with the Zoke, NG, obviously Mr. Mike and Vegas Matt, and he continues to do things. And I mean, even crazy things like Ice T, right? Like he's done some cool stuff, and I think the more we embrace that, like that community collaborative like approach, the bigger this whole community will grow. Like not only are you growing the smaller channels by collaborating with the bigger channels, but you're also pushing it to like a bigger reach, like in totality when you collaborate with people like Ice T and stuff like that.
And then it just really brings down the brand when we're talking to Diana, right? Like just.
Damn,
I don't even know you. I shouldn't be talking about you like that.
No, it's okay. You hear me on. See, people just hear me on Diana's lives, and they're like, "We can all talk to her that way."
No.
We all have a pass. No, I'm usually much more kinder to women, so I'm sorry.
No, my kids are like, did he really call you an asshole? And I just look at him like, you just don't understand our friendship. Just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. The funny thing about Diana is I don't think there's another man on the planet that could talk to her the way that I do, because she'd rip their heads off. She's not someone to be trifled with. I promise you that. We've just established, enough credibility here and some social equity between each other that we can have a little bit of fun together. But there's certainly, there's also a line to that. And we play and joke, but if I ever cross it, she knows damn well she's going to tell me, and I will 100% respect that, because I respect her.
I love it. I love a good friendship.
Yeah.
That has boundaries.
No, and
I
also appreciate his wife. She's sweetheart. I mean, she lets him come out and hang out with me at the casino, and because she's a workaholic. I'm gonna call her a workaholic.
I mean, you're creating content at a casino. That's work too, right? Like, yeah. So you got the full-time job. I have the side gig of the content creation. It's a job. It's a job. Yeah. You spend a lot of time on this stuff. So
it is.
We're talking about things that one of your top videos of people tapping the screen and stuff. I promise that wasn't me in a wig. But are there other like pet peeves that you have when you're at a resort?
He hates when I tap the machine, especially if he's recording content. Oh my gosh. I hear it all night. You messed up my video. Don't be touching the machine. That doesn't work. But
it's ASMR.
One time we were playing Huff and Puff, and we were at the lucky spin, and I pushed my hand, and we got all 6 hats. Right? Gave us like another $100 to play with.
Because if you touch the screen on Huff during a spin, it's like a fast tap. It just stops reels completely, which that's not a typical behavior. I mean, some machines, like the older machines, like Pharaoh's Fortune and Bombay and stuff, like if you swipe or even Cleopatra, if you swipe your finger across or hand across, like it'll mess with the reels. But Huff will just fast stop, right? And so, yeah, I guess it's kind of a pet peeve. I think people that like hold their cigarettes out like on like basically over your like profile, your body, like it's just rude. It's disrespectful. Like I get it. We're in a smoking environment. Like I respect that, because I was a smoker, and like there's no one that was going to tell me that I couldn't smoke. But I also had enough like respect for other people to like blow my smoke in a different direction from another human being, or hold my cigarette on the other side of me where there is no one sitting. It's like, how dare you? Like, it's just rude. And I know Diana hates going to Harrah's with me, because Barona is actually a smoke-free casino, and whenever we go to Harrah's, she pays fucking thousands of dollars a year to get her hair washed, because she doesn't wash it herself, and it starts stinking like smoke. She got to go pay all that money again. So I get it. That's a pet peeve. I think people that sit on machines with no money in them, and then you ask, hey, are you playing this? That's a common practice in a casino. And they're like, nope, I'm playing. And okay, cool, maybe you are. I think people that linger on machines for hours at a time, that's really annoying to me. Like if I call them lifers, like, because they're there for life. Yeah, I know, I'm terrible. I got all kinds of sayings from when I was a kid and gambled, like in my teens. 18 to like 22 with my buddies. We made up all kinds of sayings for different crazy people in the casino. But lifers are people that sit at the machine all day, and you can never get on that slot, no matter how bad you want to play it. I've actually paid people to move before. In fact, I did a live stream and I was live and I gave a guy $100 to move, and then I hit a $10,500 jackpot on that machine while he was still standing behind me.
Oh God. That's another thing too, like the smoker thing, they leave all their ashes on the machine. It's like, oh my gosh, like gross, you know?
Mhm.
Just I don't like it.
Yeah.
But
I don't mind.
the only reason I do go to Hamul, which he hates Hamul, it's the same thing, smokers, but they have the old UFL, and I love them. And they
It was
Mhm.
Harry.
UFL. But when I go there, you don't even know it's me. I'm wearing a hoodie, big hoodie. Nobody even knows it's me because I'm trying to protect my hair and my face and everything.
Yeah. They have you on a list. They think you're trying to steal or some shit. And you're like, this girl's sketch.
Yeah, casinos don't like hoods.
Yeah. I mean, I'm super fortunate here. I mean, the filming piece is kind of a hassle, but Massachusetts being completely smoke free. We have Win Encore, we have MGM properties, we have a Bally's property. Like, we're good. But like the filming, like the gaming commissioning frowns upon it. So,
So there's
but
a trade-off, right? Because I like
yeah,
nicotine and I vape, like I smoke these little fucking whatever. And so when we go to Verona, I get yelled at constantly. Hey, stop it! Stop smoking that vape because it's smoke-free, which I get, but it's just vape.
mm-hmm.
Like, give me a break.
But you know
Well,
what? His vape is not one of the ones that all that smoke that comes out. It's very like see it, and I'll tell him like, don't smoke, don't smoke, don't smoke, because I see the security coming towards us or something.
Yeah, I just really enjoy this USB flash drive. That's all. No, but what I was gonna say was like, even though like I prefer the non-smoking casinos, that's what I'm used to. Like, my biggest pet peeve is when I go to a smoking resort and it just is unclean. Like, the hygiene level is on the floor. Like, you can have a smoking resort, but like, come around and clean up the ashtrays, come around and clean the screens and the touch tabs, like the seats. Like, you can do a much better job, like filtering the air, like all that kind of stuff. So if we're giving you billions of dollars a year to operate as a casino, the least you can do is clean up after your guests.
Yeah. And that's why I love Verona, because it's so clean there.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Mm-hmm. I got to come out. I haven't gotten the invite yet from y'all, so I'm waiting on that.
Doors are. Mi casa es tu casa.
Appreciate it.
Diana owns 2 restaurants. You got to come out and eat her pozole.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said Diana owns 2 restaurants. You got to come out and try her pozole.
That's awesome. I didn't know that about you.
Yeah.
I love that.
Restaurants. One here in San Diego, or Chula Vista, and one over the border, in Tijuana.
Gotcha. I've only been to San Diego twice, I think. Maybe like 3 times, actually. Once I had an interview at University of California, San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the religiously affiliated institution?
That's USD, or University of San Diego.
Yeah, University of San Diego. I was there maybe like 5 or 6 years ago for an interview there. Then I had a friend move out and work for a tech company. And then my mom is from San Diego. She was born there. My grandfather worked in Coronado at the base there. So, but yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. Great weather. Mm-hmm. I hear you all are like currently flooding right now. How's that going?
It was bad. It was really bad. Yeah. Especially
are you all good?
Outside. Yeah, I live more on the east side. Like, I live in Bonita, like up on the hills, but down by where my restaurant's at, like on that side, oh yeah, it was bad.
Diana lives up and looks down upon the poor people getting flooded.
Stop. No.
Yeah. You're like coastal with the seals. Like, you're just like hanging out.
Yeah.
You should see my daddy's house, so stop. He has like an infinity pool, looks out the mountains.
That's all AI. That's all the images. That's all...
No, I don't. But Shawn, it sounds like you got San Diego in your blood, man. You got to come spend more time down here.
I know. I was waiting for the invite, like I said. So
Yeah,
How'd you
your
guys
phone ringing?
yeah.
I'm on Do Not Disturb. I don't know how that call just came through. Did y'all hear that?
They called twice.
Oh, is that what they do? I'm like, what is happening?
They must really want to talk to you.
That's twice, 2 calls now in a row got interrupted. The first one was interrupted by Slot Daddy. So
That
You're
was funny.
welcome.
that's
Hey,
crazy.
now you can tag me in the promo, man. Let's do it.
Yeah, the collaborate tab for every video I create moving forward. Speaking of collaborations, you guys, are constantly with other folks at different resorts. Do you have anything planned? Any other lives or any collabs coming up?
We
Anna, you
did.
want to take that one?
Yeah, this weekend we're having a big birthday bash. It's Ramsey's birthday weekend and Kelly's birthday, which is Bling, and we're all gathering together. How many of us? Like 15 of us?
I think there's close to 20, so it's like easy
Yeah.
bets, slinging slots, lucky Nancy slots,
Deep
Decross
cross.
97, Ramsey slots, obviously, low rolling, Queen Chiquita Bonita, Mad Melly slots. I mean, the list goes on. It's like our own SoCal Sloticon.
I
Yeah,
was gonna say,
yeah.
funny, I'm not invited.
Well, our birthdays like 2 days apart or a day apart, right?
Yeah, Diana
It's in
are October
October.
5th and October 7th.
Yeah, so we're planning a big thing too.
You
So
got to go to G2E in Vegas.
I actually want to go to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Windstar.
We want to go to Windstar. We want to go to Windstar.
That's gonna be the title of the episode. I actually want to go to Oklahoma.
I do. I want everybody to come. That'd be so much fun.
What's in Oklahoma? Like,
World's
enlighten me.
biggest casino.
The biggest casino in the world.
No, that's not true.
Windstar.
Windstar.
No, Foxwoods Resort Casino is the largest in the Western Hemisphere, and there's one in Dubai that's the largest in the world. What's the Windstar one?
United
It's the
States.
Your
biggest.
facts are wrong.
Foxwoods is
United
number 2.
States.
Google it.
Yeah, Foxwoods is in the U.S.
Windstar is the biggest casino in the world. Google it.
Wait, I'm doing that right now. Can you
Do it.
Windstar, Oklahoma?
Uh-huh.
Windstar. That's all you got
Is
to
this
type.
on the wiki page or on the actual page?
Just look up biggest casino in the world.
I appreciate your guidance and support as I Google right now.
I'm not. Hey.
Oh, okay. I see. There's a different classification here. It is the largest casino in the world, but it's not the largest casino and resort in the world. So, including Foxwoods, hotels and restaurants, and the mall attached to it.
Yes.
Foxwoods is larger for square footage, but in terms of casino floor itself, Windstar gets it. Okay, I tap my hat. You were correct. I was wrong.
And I think I have a live video where I was playing UFL, and Slot Daddy came on and he said, do 450s. And I was like, no. And I was like, okay, fine. So I did. And on my 4th hit, I got a $4,900 hand pay. It was awesome. It was awesome.
I'm gonna backtrack, Shawn, because my stats are from 2022. As of 2023, the Casino di Capione in Italy is the largest, and the Venetian Macau is second largest. Windstar is the third largest casino in the world.
But is the Venetian Macau open yet?
I don't know. It might not be.
Okay.
Says
There's always a new one opening. When this
they
one
just-
airs, our facts will be wrong.
Wynn Palace is number 4. I think Foxwoods is number 5. Nope. City of Dreams, Macau. Galaxy Macau. Macau's killing it. Foxwoods is number 7.
He's like, what?
He's so sad. He's like, I was at the biggest casino in the world.
Well, anyway,
I mean, I don't collect any of their revenue, so I really don't give a shit. But
Yeah, me neither. But that's why we want to go to Oklahoma. We want to do Windstar. It's a whole thing, man. It would take you 30 days to play, 1/100th of the slot machines that are there.
why am I drawing is Windstar its own like loyalty company?
I'm not sure.
Like, is Windstar like Windstar Rewards, or is it attached to something?
no, I think it's their own. because their card just says 1-star rewards.
Okay, I'll come if they can tier match. I'm not starting over again. I'm not...
Tier match. Then come to Verona because they'll tier match.
Verona
you.
will tier match.
Is
Yes.
that a Caesars resort?
No.
No, it's just Verona, Indian
Oh,
reservation.
just Verona? Oh,
Yeah.
you mentioned Harris a lot. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, Harris is
Yeah.
tied to the other
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
I was going to say, we will go to Oklahoma, and you guys will come to Boston.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I feel like there are
So I'm ready.
lots of nonstop, flight opportunities, San Diego to Boston or Providence, equidistant.
Wait, you said we couldn't record in Massachusetts.
But we can go to Foxwoods then, the 7th largest resort in the world.
So honestly, the other thing is that I was like throwing out there is it'd be super cool to go to Atlantic City. I don't think Diana's ever been there. I've never been there. Like I've always really wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
And although I might not gamble at a Caesars resort while I'm there, I could certainly get that comped and probably flights and hotels and all the fun stuff, right? So that might be an option as well. Because WinStar's not going to give me shit. They don't know me from anyone,
Exactly. I'll say Atlantic City, let's go. Borgata is an MGM property, and I can get those comped all the time. I get flight deals. I'm only 3 hours away from via car, and they offer me flight deals like $49, $400 in free play. Let's do it.
Let's do AC.
Yeah.
But I'm dead serious about a collab. I'd love to come out to the West Coast, or host y'all here in the Boston area. I'll be out in Reno in June, and then it's my first time going to Reno, and then I'll be in Vegas twice in October, once for G2E and then once for the When We Were Young festival. So if timelines allow, come on and hang out. But yeah, let's get something in the books.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would be fun.
I gotta meet the West Coast crew. Y'all seem like a lot of fun.
Yes.
Diana, are we going to the casino tonight?
I forget y'all are 3 hours behind me. I'm ready for fucking bed, dude.
Yeah, it's only 6 p.m. to here.
And y'all you have to go now. You have to go now and go on live and promote the podcast. You have a requirement here as a guest. You gotta get.
I have my
man's
sisters.
got valid points.
I do. I have valid points. Also invalid points, but.
So I have 2 sisters, and when we're at family gatherings or something, we just give the sign of this on the table, tap it. That means okay, it's time to go to the casino. So now I'm doing it with Slot Daddy. We have this thing on our text message, and it's a hand tapping on the table.
That's hilarious. There's a creator. Is it Lolita? What is her name? She's the one that sings the casino songs. Do you want to go to casino?
Oh,
I have a.
That's just Slot Daddy. She's hilarious.
She's so funny. She's I have her lined up for season 4. I'm super excited about that. But I want to make a song with her. I am dying to
That would
I
be
have the
so
guitar
fun.
right here ready to go. I gotta. Do you want to go to casino?
It's funny. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say, Shawn, I know we talked, prior to this, but it's pretty special to see how far you come from a year ago when I first came on, and hopefully, my growth is translating the same way, but it's really cool to see you involving some of these bigger channels and people that are going to help you grow, and you're getting some great content out of this, and honestly, I love to watch each and every single one of them, love to listen to them. It's really impressive, man. I'm really excited for you and your growth, and it's great to see, man.
Yes.
I hate that. I hate talking about myself, and I hate receiving compliments. So, but no, I appreciate that. That's super kind of you to say. And how it's been a really interesting journey this past year in creating content for all of us. But taking on a podcast and figuring out my guest list and all the logistics that go into that, and all of the legal things that go into that as well. It's been really rewarding and challenging, and something that I'm so happy that I've done. So appreciate the kudos there. Thank you.
Thank you for thinking of
And now we'll end there.
he's for me, the little person, because I'm just getting out there. He's the big guy. But I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course. No, I reached out to you before I reached out to him, right?
Yes.
So
And I said, I'm not doing it alone. We're a team.
Yeah. She's like, can Slot Daddy join? I was like, well, that's up to him. Like, I can't.
She paid me pretty well for this, so we're good.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you're going to the casino next. So we'll wrap up there. A super kind note to land on. But before we go, why don't you guys both share where you are on online, and we'll start with Diana.
Where I'm online, like as a slot player?
Yeah, where can people find you online?
Oh, well, I'm on Queen Chiquita Bonita. I have the logo of the Chiquita Bonita slot machine because, I don't know, I read the red lipstick. Everybody at Verona calls me, oh, you're like the queen, the Chiquita Bonita. So that's how I landed my name. Yeah. That's how you can find me on Instagram. I'm not a YouTuber yet.
I question if anybody's ever actually said that to you, but
what?
Oh, you look like Queen.
You got edit that.
Absolutely not. You signed a release. I'm
you're
keeping
not
it
gonna
in.
want to meet up with us, dude. Are you ready? You're on the hit list, bro. It's over.
No, for sure. I swear I'm a kind person. And Slot Daddy, where can they find you?
Yeah. Once again, thank you, Shawn, for having me. For those of you that like to check us out, man, Slot Daddy SD on all social platforms. So Instagram, YouTube, Clapper now, TikTok. We should have talked about Clapper, by the way.
Oh gosh, I don't like Clapper.
I hate the name. I'm not talking about it.
But yeah, check me out, Slot Daddy SD, and we appreciate all you guys for tuning in. We appreciate Shawn for having us. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.